I swear to God that Gaijin is making update 1.79 specifically to spite me. It seems every day I come on, there's another dev blog that's just kicking me in the fucking nuts. Every single day, over and over again, until my testicles retreat up into my body cavity like a scared turtle. Every fucking day. It's like Gaijin cannot go one day without going, you know that fucking English guy, Nathan? Yeah, he's a fucking massive cunt. We're gonna do something just to trigger the shit out of him and get his blood pressure nice and high so he has a fucking stroke. Or better yet, he gets a stomach ulcer that just sprays foul bile into his intestinal tract like a fucking demented squid, so he goes to the ER room in constant pain. But no. Today, Gaijin released something about the CBT for ships. And, as usual, they've done something that's fucking bullshit. For those who haven't been following the news with how ships has been developing, basically what happened was initially it was War Thunder Coast Guard Edition. You have PT boats, sort of like flak rafts, stuff like that. Cool, obscure shit from the 30s to the 1950s period. Maybe Vietnam era, if you count things like the nasty PT boat. And honestly, I thought it was a kind of cool idea. It wasn't going to be something that a lot of people would play, but it was cool. Because it meant you could combine ground, air, and boats in the same sort of field. But now, that's never going to happen, because destroyers are just fucking so much better. So what happened initially was there was two pre-order packs, one for the PT-109 made famous by John F. Kennedy, and one for the Project 1124 MRLS Rutherboat, made famous for basically doing things in Russia. Specifically, I think there's Battle of Stalingrad and Leningrad come to mind, so it's actually quite an interesting history if you want to look it up. And these packs were priced at £45 and £34, US dollars, respectfully. They threw in like a couple of pre-order bonuses. I think there was like a hat or a decal and like an anchor. But 34 and then 44. And then they put out a mid-range one for the Germans, which was the S-204 Lang torpedo boat, which was a E-boat that fought from France, I want to say. Which is a kind of cool-looking thing, and that had also 1,000 gold eagles thrown in. But as the development of ships progressed, they realised that nobody wanted to play PT boats. It was whirlwinds on water was the best way to describe it. And it got stale really fast, like bread left out in the summer sun. So what they decided to do was they were going to add destroyers. And so began the power creep. Lo and behold, with each passing update, they added more and more larger and more capable ships. And this has resulted in these three pre-order packs, which originally were touted as sort of rank 2, rank 3 premiums, being relegated to what could only be described as rank 1 premiums. The best way to describe how I feel about this is imagine if you pre-ordered, say, the G55S under the prelude that it was going to be a rank 3 premium, and then when the game launches it's a rank 1 premium, so you can't even use it to grind out the fucking tree. That's what this is. Because this morning, Gaijin were like, let's double dip on the ship money. And they released two more pre-order packs for the two respective nations being added first. The USS Coel DD-547 for America, and the Z-20 Karl Glasner for the German Menace. Both packs contain a ship, premium account for 15 days, 2,000 golden eagles, 2 pre-order bonuses, a title and a decal, and access to the naval closed beta test. Both priced at $50 a pop. These vehicles are rank 3 premiums, which, if you want to compare it to existing vehicles in games, sit around 3,000 golden eagles, or about 25-ish bucks, I want to say, 25-ish bucks. This basically means that they're charging $20 extra on top of it. The reason I'm pissed is when you go down and have a look at what they've said in regard to people who bought one of the earlier packs. They'll be granted a 50% discount on either of these packs for the pre-order phase, and then a 25% discount from that point forward. This is fucking bullshit, because basically what's happened is they have released ships in a state where they wanted to sell them, where they were going to get rank 3 premiums. Then because of the nature of the game, they've changed it so the premiums people bought are now fucking redundant. And instead of giving the option to refund said packs, they've instead given you the option to get a vehicle at half price. Even though full half price, it's still more than it would cost if it was a normal premium in the game. This is what the World of Tanks community calls a Russian refund, where you don't get a refund, you have to put more money into the game to get something back. So even if you get shafted, you're giving them more money. This is fucking bullshit. Gaijin should just give away the Karl Glasner or the Cowell to anyone who bought the packs. If you bought one of the packs, you get one of them. And if you bought all three, you get both of them. Because if you bought all three packs, you put $120 into the ships before it was even ships. And your 120 investment has then been turned into about $20 worth of value. You were basically taken for a ride, fucked in the arsehole, and then given 1 week access every other month to a shitty demo where you had like 4 ships to test water physics. You got fucking fucked. And that's why it's bullshit. Like, imagine if you went out and bought $120 worth of premiums, and then, because of the cost of the game development, those premiums were then worth less than a quarter of what you paid for them. Even if you factor in the fact you got closed beta testing, which if you bought all 3 packs, you'd just be getting 3 times, so what was the point? That's just my take on this. Gaijin is basically double dipping on ships so they can get even more money out of people just before it releases. This whole patch has been about fucking money, now I'm thinking about it. The XM1s, the XM803, everything. It's like they're trying to leech as much money as possible out of this update as you can fucking imagine. If you look at the update list of what's being added this update, 8 of the 15 vehicles are premiums. Half of the premiums in this update so far announced... half of the vehicles in this update so far announced are premiums. And then 2 more of those updated vehicles are changes to premium... Well, one's a change to an existing vehicle, the BV version of the T64. The other one's an upgrade for the Magak 3 Premium. So quite literally, nearly 2/3 of this update is premium. And that is some bullcrap. What happened to the free-to-play players, or just the ones who want to grind? I'm going to get, 4 vehicles to grind out, 2 of which are top tier, one of which exists solely to be a speed bump, stopping people from getting to the Abrams faster. This whole update is just fucking triggering me, because it's doing things that is just scummy and it will hurt the game in the long run. This is just Gaijin being fucking Jew-bags, but with this particular thing here, where they should just give out these premiums as an apology to people who bought these vehicles previously, instead of charging you even more. And because people are collectors, you know for a fact people are going to still bite for the $25. These things should be free. It should be an apology. And that's not me being, oh, Nathan, you're a fucking entitled bitch. It's like, no. I put money into this game all the time. I bought the PT-109 back in the day. I played ship tests like 4 times in the past, 3 months? Because it was only up that many times. 5 if you count the submarine trials. They basically took our money and ran with it. And that's what pisses me off. Because this is quite literally them getting as much money as possible out of ships before it even happens. And it's just wrong. They're milking the game hard this update. And I think it's going to be hostile, especially in regards to the ground vehicles. The Abrams grind is now even worse. The premium spam is going to be abhorrent. The XM1 spam is going to break whatever BR bracket they put that in for the coming month or 2. All in all, each mini dev blog they release for update 1.79 puts me in less and less mood to play the fucking game. And that's really sad for me to say, because I've been playing this game on again, off again for 6 years? 2014? Fuck me, I can't do math. 4 years. What do you guys think? Is Gaijin just being a fucking bastard when it comes to this? Like, they specifically release premium vehicles at an overcharged price to get into the closed beta ships. Then they make the ships you paid money for redundant by increasing power creep in said brackets. So now that destroyers are rank 3 premiums. And I'm going to be honest with you. Destroyers shit stomp PT boats. These PT boats are not going to be able to compete with the destroyers. So there's no way in hell they're rank 3s. Rank 2 at the best. So you basically overpaid on premiums. Now Gaijin's offering you more opportunities to buy even more premiums that are still relatively low tier premiums for a greatly overcharged price. For $50, you could buy the XM1, which is going to be like an 8.0. You can pay for power and get that instead of basically being shafted by this. Either way, I'm probably going to go have a stroke now, so I'm just gonna sign out. Am I being a pissy bitch about this, or is this just some grade A bullshit? Is this Russian refund the right call, or should they just fucking apologize for making people's premiums redundant? Like, comment, do all that good shit down below. Keep on gaming, and I will see you on the battlefield.